Hello.
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 Hi, Shayna.
Hey, Shayna.
You're muted.
Hello. I was wondering why I'm red. It's fitting.
It's fitting.
It works.
Overfilled my wine glass. It just spilled wine all over me.
You just got to drink it back down to a normal level, and then it's fine.
That's the goal. Terry's in Roll20. Well, hopefully he'll join the Discord soon.
There we go.
We are live because I actually tweeted for once about this, which is weird for me because social media and me are
Not so much.
Yeah, not so much.
I'm getting used to it too.
The whole tweeting about inane subjects is very strange to me and kind of.
You don't want to tell people what coffee you get every morning?
Oh, if anyone cares and anyone's actually watching, we get Ravens Brew coffee because we're Coasties and like that's what Coasties drink apparently. Anyway,
I like Death Wish. Death Wish coffee?
I don't think I'm aware of that one.
I'll send a link because I love it. It's delicious.
I'm always looking for new coffees to try.
I have a thing for caffeine and like to make coffee brownies. And this is my favorite coffee to make with the brownies.
Coffee brownies.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
When I was working on my thesis, I wanted sugar, but I also wanted caffeine. So I got caffeinated sugar, and then it just evolved into putting coffee in the brownies as well. So, yeah.
No, if my baking does not involve coffee at some point, then I'm doing something wrong. I've learned that from my wife. Becca's like I've learned that the best way to make anything that she will adore is to just add coffee to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely a coffee addict.
Yeah. So hopefully Terry joins us soon. We'll go ahead and start.
So before you start the intro, thinking back of how confused I was last week, I'm pretty sure I was mixing up Melissa with M, or Emily, from the Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh, I thought M was the nickname for Melissa.
As far as I know, Lily did not start nicknaming Melissa M, but I personally was getting really confused after being underway and
having a little too much.
I just thought you
having a little too much wine. Honestly, I'm really sorry. I'm sure I was getting really ridiculous. I'm really sorry, but I definitely was confusing two different characters. I was confusing Melissa with M. From
it all worked out. Melissa's still alive.
I've played with a drunker, so it's fine.
Yeah. So, in game, in character, I'm gonna go with Lily was just still really confused after being staked through the heart and hung on meat hooks. That she was just trying to hold on to any semblance of normalcy, and also knowing that Melissa sold her out, but there's got to be a reason for it.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Okay, so
shit, we forgot to bring the
yes, we did.
Camera for him.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and start with Harrow because that's where I have plotted out for. Harrow.
Hey, actually, I gotta go say goodnight to my son.
Okay.
Is it cool if I dip off real quick?
Yeah, go.
For like 2-3 minutes.
Take care of that. I'll start with other people.
Being responsible with children and adulthood.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Being an adult instead of being a kid and playing video games playing games online with
Oh,
With your friends
geez.
all day. Dream.
So we will go ahead and we'll so instead I'll go ahead and ask this. It's going to be about we're going to skip about ahead a week. It would be the second week in October. It would have been a week from when you all, with the exception of Yuri, rescued Lily. Although she effectively rescued herself from the meat hooks in an impressive display of fortitude and strength. And your first run-in with the Zabat, and a fairly terrifying display from Eki. What would Yuri, Lily, and Cece be doing in that week? Is there any goals they want to accomplish, or anything specific they want to do, or are they just kind of waiting for the next shitstorm to arise?
As much as I hate that Cece continuously is kind of just waiting for the next shitstorm, I feel like most of what she's doing is trying to learn from her mother. I know that she was going to try and get in touch with her mother about, since she was the Primogen of the area, we were going to try and find out about this other lady.
Okay, so your mother and the the other person is actually a male of the Malkavians, the Malkavian Primogen of Oakland. They don't get along very well. Most people of a certain age do not in the vampire community. It's a predatory territory thing. But there are inroads. Your mother is actually more part of the Anarch movement, while the one in the Oakland is more part of the Cams.
Okay.
The Camarilla. But she is able to set up a meeting in Elysium territory. It's weirdly, she had to actually broker through the Baron of Santa Monica, Baron Therese, to get it set up. So you're gonna have to go to that club. You're not in LA. There's like a, it's kind of tacky, but a franchised club that's in Oakland, run by but you're able to, but that's the nearest Elysium that's neutral territory.
Okay.
For you, but that won't. It's gonna take time to set up. There has to be favors offered and accepted, so it's gonna be like 2 weeks before that. It's just a politics thing. Despite Malkavians being fairly like, they see through the bullshit of everything. They still have to follow the traditions.
Okay, so since it's been 1 week, I've started the inroads, but I haven't necessarily gotten any useful information yet.
Right, you haven't really gotten anything back.
Got it.
You do kind of know, the Malkavian is probably a little pissed off that Lily fed from one of their ghouls, but at the same time, you also get the feeling that it's going to be more of a like gifts offered, gifts accepted thing, because no one really likes the guy. He's just useful.
Okay, got it.
Yuri and Lily, what are you guys doing?
So Lily is setting up the van in the event that her coterie is in a situation where they actually have to sleep in the van. So she's got, like, the back of the van, there's no windows. So she's setting up something like a hard panel in the front between the driver's seat and the back, and then also blackout curtains just in case.
That literally would take like an hour. What are you doing for the rest of the week?
Shit, what is she doing? Well, she's probably working at the vineyard schlepping barrels. Trying to just live her life.
Or unlife, as it was.
Yeah, unlife. I don't think she's doing anything excessive, because she's still processing what happened.
Okay, around this time, just for your heads up. Your brother, none of you know that she has a brother, has started at UC Berkeley. It is the start of the college basketball season. So,
Well, I would have funded some through my peoples.
your brother is taller than you, and he's a huge basketball prospect at this point.
Yeah. I would have funded or sent some funds his way for materials or his grant or whatever through my network of people so that it couldn't necessarily be tracked back to me, but to provide him some things to get him started.
Okay.
So, speaking of that, another 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, so we usually don't track specific numbers in V5. We track resource dots. Sometimes I will have you use money, but for the most part, I'm more concerned with your resources. So, but I'm not gonna have you do a resource roll. You have plenty of money right now.
Okay.
You're pretty flush.
Not as flush as mist, but
Yeah.
pretty flush.
Okay. Yuri, Terry, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Is there anything Yuri wants to accomplish during this week? Well, actually, Yuri, you have about a week and a half because you weren't privy to the events that you were off on your own tasking. Mainly, you were beating up some people on behalf of your boss. But what do you want to accomplish during the week? Is there anything specific Yuri is trying to do for his own goals?
Oh yeah, so basically, after doing my task, I was finishing up our bowling league. We ended up getting third place this year. Unfortunately, we didn't do so well. We're the pinheads.
Okay.
I was hanging out at the VW. I did my local training I do at the Y. A little bit of stretching, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of Tai Chi kind of thing. Just trying to get extra money.
Okay.
I also found a new bus schedule, so that hopefully that'll work a little bit better.
Okay.
Make sure I can get around places. I also found a new bus, and then I'm not sure if the smart train is working where I'm at yet, but that's something I was thinking about.
The smart is running. It's still weird. The schedule is still off, and like it tends to only run 2 cars. But it's reaching. It's still not. Marin is still being Marin and fighting against it. So like it still doesn't actually connect to the BART. So it's still not the most useful thing in the world. But it does connect most of Sonoma together. And I would say actually at this point, Napa has kind of taken part of it. So it goes to the city of Napa. They were able to get a line all the way up there.
Yeah, and so I would also make my weekly trips to whoever I need to take trips to for donations.
Okay. By the way, for viewers and for people that aren't aware of what we're talking about with the Smart and BART, the Smart is the Sonoma Marin Area Rapid Transit. It's the train. The BART is the Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's the subway.
And the two of them do not meet up quite yet.
Because there's this city called Marin who are pains in the ass. Because they're all people that drive Bentleys and McLarens. And
So
people who don't need public transit.
right.
Yeah. So, for example, from Petaluma, you could take the Smart to San Rafael.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe walk or take a cab or ride your bike.
Except that the Smart still doesn't actually run through Marin.
Shit. Well, never mind.
Despite knowing the Sonoma Marin Area Rapid Transit, it still does not actually run through the city of Marin.
Okay, never mind. Belay my last.
I'm sorry.
No.
Weirdly, that is actually real world politics too. So we know what those 3 are doing. For Harrow, yours is a little bit more complicated. You, about 2 days after, as promised, you are given a package to wherever you're holed up that night. It not only contains the stipend of cash promised to you, it lists a name, a doctor actually, a Dr. Mike Engels, or Michael Engels, Mike to his friends. Attached is an address, a name, and that if you wanted to get in, he had been doesn't contain the invitation, but that if you could conveniently convince him to not attend, you could easily pretend to be him, and another one could pretend to be his significant other, and attend the Castello's very exclusive invitation-only wine barrel opening that's happening that week.
Awesome.
You
I'm going to go steal that thing.
you are very
And
aware
make
of
sure
who
he does
this.
not attend.
You've seen this person's face on television before, what little TV you're aware of, especially because you all are evening creatures, so you've all seen the 2:00 in the morning commercials for lawyers and plastic surgeons, and this is a plastic surgeon. You're muted.
Do we look passably enough alike that I could actually steal his identity?
With a little bit of work, he has the same coloration as you. Mainly, yours is naturally genetic. His is from spray-on tans that are from the area.
Everybody wants to be like Harrow. It's
you would-
okay.
You would have to. You have. I mean, just again, genetically, your dark hair. He always has kind of slick, greasy hair. You could probably, with right application of gel, be able to. I mean, he's a greasy plastic surgeon. You know the type. The
Gotcha.
type that would advertise at 2:00 in the morning for plastic surgery.
Yeah, I would definitely look to be stealing his identity,
Mm-hmm.
as the means of convincing him to not attend would be, well, his non-existence anymore and me becoming him for a little while.
Okay, so are you actively going to kill him, or are you going to try to persuade him?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be persuadable on that.
Okay. So, we'll go ahead.
You don't have to fake it. You're just bloodthirsty.
Yeah, I'm going to sandman the shit out of him and steal his life for a while.
Okay, so he
Probably
his-
like the night or two before the barrel opening, you know?
Okay, easy enough. I do want a stealth roll, just to, like a dexterity stealth roll, just to see how well you do this. As you break in.
Do you want my breaking and entering specialty as well? That's an extra dice, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't forget your hunger.
3, 4, 5. So that's 6. 60, 10.
So you should be still one. Okay, so that's 60. Oh yeah, easily. In fact, you technically critted. This is the first time this has actually happened without it being a messy critical. You managed to crit cleanly, so you're able to feed on him. Do you want to kill his wife, or do you want to convince her to leave?
Yeah, loose ends are probably not a good thing.
Okay, so another first thing on stream is a humanity check, because that's going to be some 2 stains each for killing somebody.
And of
I am going to
course
let
that
you
would
just
be
go
you.
ahead and start at 0 hunger for this session because you have drained 2 humans to death.
Don't do a little jig. What's wrong with you?
I'm a monster. So what do I do for a humanity check?
So what is your current humanity? Because you just took 4 stains.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so
Or 7 filled in blocks, I guess.
yeah. So what ends up? So normally, this is more for audience. You will end up actually only rolling 1 die.
Okay.
So normally, what happens is for each stain, which so you're a humanity 7, so you have 7 dots filled in. So you have
Yes.
3 dots that are blank. So just like
Yes.
willpower or health, you have stains, so you get a slash through each one. But you have 4 stains, which means one of them actually has an X through it, but don't worry about that right now. But you can never on a humanity check roll less than 1 dice. So go ahead and roll 1 dice. It is not your hunger does not factor into this. Okay, so you do not lose humanity. You feel decent guilt about it, but those stains do not disappear. Neither does that aggravated damage to your humanity. If you ever get all 3 of those things with aggravated damage, you don't even get a roll. You just lose a point of humanity.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you're aware that what you just did was very, very, very wrong. But
Yes.
and you probably feel pretty guilty about it, but it's not gonna.
Very contrite.
Mm-hmm. And as I said, that humanity will not heal. That humanity damage will not heal until you fail a humanity roll. And anytime you do anything ethically questionable, I will call for a humanity roll from you. So
That's kind of my thing. So we'll be talking a lot.
yeah. I didn't realize you were still at humanity 7. So now you are aware that you're gonna have to find at least one person to be your partner in this. You being you would actually know there was the primary car is a Rolls, as somebody very aware of the. Even though a Rolls is a V12 and is actually one of the most powerful cars on the market, you're very well aware that if somebody has a Rolls, they probably do not drive it themselves. So you're probably going to need a driver. It is a Rolls-Royce Phantom, which makes it a 2-door car, but
We have successfully communicated who the stand-in significant other / driver will be.
okay. But beyond that, it's up to you what you want to do. But so you said you started 2 days out, so you have a day to get to plan and then to arrive. You are aware that the Primogen will probably know immediately that you're not who you say you are, but no one else will.
You know, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, if I've got downtime to work on other things, I've got that jeweled rod that I picked up that I know nothing about. Probably do some Googling, researching that.
Okay, so for that, and Shayna, you also had something. Did you want to research that as well? I can't remember what you had.
I had a. Where did I write that down? Because I took notes. Well, I can't find it, but I remember that at least one thing was a scroll, and I think the other might have been
I think
a
you had a
gem
book.
or an amulet.
You had
Yeah.
a book. And an
Yeah, ancient book and a gem.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's
so,
what I had.
Um,
Is there a dark web Google for vampire stuff?
there used to be. You can access the ShrekNet, but doing so is an instant masquerade violation because you're very aware that the Inquisition monitors.
No, I was just making a pun.
No, I'm serious. This is in lore. There is a thing called
Really?
the ShrekNet. There's a thing
I
called
love
the
it.
ShrekNet. However, the Inquisition found it. So
That's so
monitoring it is an instant masquerade violation. You can actually try to just standard Google checks does not yield anything of value.
I didn't think
for
it
the
would.
book, you're getting a bunch of new age
Hippie BS.
yeah, bullshit. For the rod, you're getting auctions on eBay for various things. If you want to try to access the darknet, you can. That's going to be required a wits computer, and it's a really hard roll. It's going to be, I'm going to say, set the difficulty number at 5.
So I'm actually just going to make sure I take the rod with me to this Nosferatu party, as they used to run the ShrekNet.
Yeah, okay.
Presuming because, well, I don't know if my character would know, but now I might be crossing bounds of. Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Okay.
I'm planning on asking them.
Okay.
That's
question.
my reason for being there.
Okay.
Question, because there's not a computer. Would it be science?
Science.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a specialty under science
Which
science.
science?
Wits sciences.
or technology. Because
Not technology. Technology
No.
is more for repairing technology.
Mm.
We're talking computer science. You have to.
Why not academics? I do research.
I mean. So this is
I was
out of
gonna ask about
character.
making it a
I
cult.
literally overheard somebody talking about accidentally falling into the darknet. You can't fall into the darknet. It is
Oh,
a collection
I
of.
remember that. Oh my god, that was so funny. There was 2 people actually talking about them being worried about their kids going onto the internet, worried that they were going to fall into the darknet.
You just stumble into that. I mean, it's an effortless thing. It's an
Yeah.
oopsie daisies.
Yeah, so that's not how you get to the darknet. It is a
Yeah.
computer science thing in order to access IP addresses.
There was a random link on this website called the End of the Internet that I saw before my computer died because I went to that website. Don't go there, kids.
Yeah, Terry, correct. There is a 1.4. As long as you activate Fortitude, which you always should have Fortitude, you can do that. Okay. Sorry, chat.
So I couldn't make like an occult check or anything like that for what I
You
have.
can, but it's going to be even higher because you're going to try to make sense of this crap. The
Okay.
book is actually easier to do that than obviously the gem you have no idea, but I would say
Yeah.
the book is written in Sumerian, so you're gonna have to actually make an occult check, unless
Okay.
somehow you speak Sumerian, but I don't think you would.
I didn't put that down, but I can make an occult check for that, if not the gem.
Okay, make an intelligence occult check.
Okay.
I would love to help her with that, but
I do have one other side project if time allowed, but
Sure. Holy fucking shit!
The one thing I'm good for. Yes.
Okay, and also
This is what I want to be in the real
so
world.
it's
by
also
the way.
messy critical, but it doesn't really matter
How
because
do
holy
you messy critical of reading a book?
yeah, I can't.
you
I
like
memorized the
rip
whole
it
thing.
apart in frustration or something. I don't know.
No.
I literally.
I will
osmosis
say this
absorb the book.
actually because of what the book does. This is funny, although it doesn't actually create too much of a problem. So
Well, shit.
and that book, Cece, you learn a point of the blood sorcery discipline
Yes.
for free. However, you
Where do I
set
put
your
that?
mom's business's back room on fire when you do so.
Yeah, it's worth it. I have magic.
Okay.
and that awakened her beast, and she killed everyone. Fire's bad.
I like fire.
She rolled like perfect. She rolled a 5 on the fucking thing. Like I didn't expect her to do that.
Hey, I only roll well when it's not critical to the gameplay.
Yeah, but you do get a blood sorcery discipline, which is actually pretty amazing.
The Tremere are gonna kill you now.
As long as she doesn't activate it in front of the Tremere, she should be fine. Or the Banu Hakim.
She's kind of a saint, so
I want to argue that, but I actually can't.
Do either of you want to try the sciences roll, or do you want to hold off on it?
no, I think that it makes the perfect ostensible reason for sneaking into the Nosferatu party.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a bunch of lying. It's gonna be a really good time, but that's my kernel of truth.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure no one asked for Lily's assistance, so I'm just gonna say no.
Well, yeah, you didn't actually come away from that with anything, did you?
I survived. I got
Yeah,
off
her
the meat
unlife.
hooks.
Yeah.
I exited that with my own life, with also a debt to all of my companions, minus actually Terry's character.
Yuri.
Yuri, thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on that name, but minus Yuri.
Okay,
I
so
will never blame you for blanking on names.
I'm really bad
What
with
I do.
names. I'm sorry.
As am I.
so Harrow, you
Yes, I did have one other thing if I have time.
go ahead.
I am researching a viable replacement for Wilkins because I want to kill him for what he said and did, but not unless I have a viable replacement for his owner with which to secure permission.
Is there a politics skill still?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Let me see.
Damn it.
It's under mental.
Yeah, I have no dots in that.
Okay, give me an intelligence politics check.
Roll.
Because apparently you don't follow politics, which means you don't follow state politics. Because let's face it, no one
I thought he
follows
was-
fucking
I thought-
state politics.
I thought he was in. I thought he was a alphabet soup guy. Very well.
No, he is, but he's not. He's not a federal congressman. He just has some contacts.
Oh, see, I thought he was actually in the alphabet soup.
No,
You know,
He
the people that
was.
typically look for me. So.
he was. That's kind of how he got elected, but you don't know that because apparently you rolled a 0 on your politics roll.
Well, Eki told me he was alphabet soups.
That he had a poll with him. Does anybody else want to roll that roll or
For what?
figure out anything about making it less?
I was gonna say Becca
like
really
Trump.
wants to eat him, so she might.
Yeah,
I do. What do you need me to roll?
intelligence,
Politics,
politics.
intelligence.
Politics. All right, so it's a 3.
I have a strong feeling none of you took politics, so.
All right.
My backup character is very politicky.
Yeah.
R.
So Scott, I'm not sure if I took it since the character sheet moved.
You did not. I know what the yeah it's okay. I don't know. Messy critical again on a politics roll. I'm not gonna worry about it.
I don't know how
You
that would
offend
even-
people on Twitter.
Yeah,
Shit.
you went into the comment section of YouTube. That's how a
Mm.
messy critical went, and you went like full vampire.
You
On
got
them.
into an argument with a 12-year-old that hurt your feelings.
Yeah, like.
Okay. Shit.
You've now
Sorry,
been
I'm
banned from YouTube comment section for violating their terms of service.
It's okay. It's 24-hour ban the first time. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The,
I just need to make a new.
a new account and you'll be fine. Just use one of your other email addresses.
Yeah, I'm good.
What you did find out, he is so. He kind of parlayed his like 2 years in the FBI, like barely enough time to get assigned to anything, into a state Congress position from rural Northern California. Pretty much, he put an R next to his name, and he got appointed congressman. Replacing him, you just need to find some white middle-aged male asshole, and you could pretty much put him in anything. In fact, you actually know that his constituency is actually a little pissed at him right now because he has a tendency to hang out in Oakland for whatever reason, and they don't think that's kosher. That's about it. So yeah, replacing him would be pretty easy. The problem is that you have to replace is for the vampire side. In order to replace him with any pull with the alphabet soup, you'll need to find somebody with a law enforcement background. specifically federal law enforcement background.
Did that use up all of my spare time then, Scott?
No, you did a Google search. You just didn't really
Awesome.
understand what you saw.
Because I did have one other thing that I don't really know what I'd be doing, but I still am loosely curious in the circulatory system that Eki had me looking into. While we did shut down that one cell, it was kind of indicated it was a large entity, so it's probably still out there beyond
make a
that one cell.
persuasion contacts roll. Which I still don't think you have contacts, do you?
No, because I'm new to the area, so just straight up persuasion is.
We're gonna say difficulty 3.
1. Do I get any attribute
Your
score for
appearance
that, or just
actually
skill?
adds to this weirdly.
Okay, so do you want charisma, manipulation, or composure?
Charisma.
Pick my lowest one. I see how you are. So
Actually,
3,
no. Actually, this is underworld crap. So manipulation, and instead of persuasion, I'll say subterfuge.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's much more my speed.
Okay, yeah, that's plenty. That's the 3 you needed. Well, 4. You had 1 over. Is there anything specific you wanted to know, or do you just want to know generally?
Honestly, I think I'd like to start trying to see if I can integrate myself somehow, even if it's like low level.
Okay.
To,
Yeah, you kind of put some
Start
feelers
mapping
out,
from the inside.
general enough that like it doesn't get anything weird. And I would say if you're trying to integrate yourself, they want a proof of commitment. They want you to find them. They've had a recent demand from the Toreador and from the Ventrue, so they're looking for people of a lusty demeanor. They would like you to be able to find them with and I don't have the terms right now, but they want somebody that has a disgratia that lends itself to the majesty disciplines.
Gotcha. So, with that, I'm probably going to also try and get word to Eki
Okay.
that what I'm trying to do, and see if he's still interested in finding stuff out about these people, if he's willing
He
to.
just wants them gone. That's all he lets you know, is that you
Right,
consider it a
but-
personal favor.
I was looking, yeah, but I'm looking at ways to do that from the inside to ensure we don't just kill everyone from the outside and miss someone. So to
Right.
get map
No,
from the inside.
But he has other concerns right now, and basically you get the impression that yes, he would appreciate it if you took care of it, but he can't offer you any assistance in this matter right now.
Fair enough. Otherwise, I guess then I'm just kind of chillaxing, waiting for my wine party.
Okay.
Unbarreling.
Yeah. Okay. Technically, it's tapping. I was tapping the barrel. I was forgetting the term. So, do you approach other people for your contacts, or are you just gonna wing it?
Wing what?
Well, I mean, like, you haven't talked to anybody else in trying to get them to help you yet.
Oh, yeah, I guess Becca and I did the offline communication. Thumbs up, nodding, and shaking each other.
Yeah.
Yes. I will be reaching out to her to be my quote, my driver / stand-in escort for the evening.
Yeah, totally willing to do this.
Okay, so it is well known that the doctor is married. So
Cool. So I have a ring, obviously, that she can wear for the night.
that would not
Probably
be the
some of those
driver.
Oh, so she can't be both people.
Yeah.
It would be weird if I was both people. It just happens to be that I did take some driving
Fine.
skill.
Damn it.
I think Cece might be a better option for
Crazy girl.
Yeah.
Don't forget Yuri.
Yeah.
Yuri. How good would Yuri look in a dress?
I think it's the crazy chick, and you can be the driver, Becca. Still, I don't really know how to involve Yuri unless I'm allowed to take a bodyguard.
You are allowed to take a bodyguard. Well,
There we
you're
go.
expected to have a bodyguard. You're not a very well liked plastic surgeon at this point.
Very well. I guess there's our good impetuous for involving everybody. I'll
It's
even pay
weird.
for-
It's like you have a storyteller that wants all of you guys to be in the same area.
I'll even tell Yuri that I'm willing to pay for his bus fare. He doesn't have to waste a Groupon.
Woo! Awesome.
Most likely, if he's playing your bodyguard, most likely he's going to be in the shotgun seat of the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, I'm icing on the cake to get him involved.
Scott,
So-
a question for you.
Yeah.
So within my week time, I've had enough chance to research everybody's background a little bit more.
Mhm. Yes. Actually, yes, you would. So Cece is probably the one that's hardest to find. She's the least off the internet. Harrow isn't either, but Harrow has. I would say Harrow probably
The
has
main
ex-
hero is-
has a European criminal record that you can research.
Well, the name Michael T. Harrow is completely fabricated. That's just the one attached to my false identity that I have the, I've got.
Oh
the
yeah, that's
full-on
right. So
cobbler,
you
like,
actually,
I can make fake identities. That's how good I am at masking.
yeah, you would
Um,
with Yuri, your government contacts, you realize very quickly, and you actually know enough to stop pushing that you have no idea what Harrow's actual name is. That it is a bullshit identity, and that you're at a dead end. And if you push, you could push, but you'd probably be breaking Harrow's mask. For Lily's really easy.
So easy.
It was between the area, the name Lily. So you actually get the name Lily Gutierrez. Lily Gutierrez. It was a phenom, especially with her height. Was a phenom Latina volleyball player about 5 years ago that suddenly in UC Berkeley that disappeared suddenly without trace. Most people think she went that she's kind of snapped. Her little brother Douglas Gutierrez is currently
No. Anthony.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. You actually did name him. Anthony
did.
Gutierrez is now a prospect rookie basketball player for UC Berkeley. And is about to actually, in about a week's time, will do his first, they've had some preseason games, so his first seasonal game. And is starting at UC Berkeley, and is actually asking around because he does not believe that his older sister, Lily, would just disappear her junior year like that. Especially after Lily basically, some of the articles you read are sob stories about how Lily raised her younger brother and were from the depths of poverty after their parents died, and it was heart-wrenching tales, and then she just disappeared. And there was like a year long where she was just gone. And you can see the pictures, and well, her hair color has changed. Obviously, she's paler now. It's Lily. Cece, I'm pretty sure Cece, you have really no online presence whatsoever, or background presence whatsoever. She's tough, so I'm gonna need you to actually make a roll. Yuri, I want you to make a weirdly, I would say intelligence investigation, and if you have any contacts, which I think you have one governmental contact being ex-military, go ahead and add that as well.
So I can find intelligence. I don't think I can find investigation or contacts.
Okay, so contacts is 1, investigation you had 1 dot, so go ahead and roll that. Whatever your intelligence is in investigation. And I would say a 5. And then CC, if he succeeds in this, you can reveal 1 thing about your character that you're keeping hidden. But you have almost no real background.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, it's hard to get anything down. Basically, you get an address for a business that relates to Cece's mother.
I could share what that business is.
I will allow you to make the roll if you want to risk Harrow's mask. You are allowed to do that. But if you do that, Harrow will probably be really pissed.
Well, I mean, he hasn't talked to me in over weeks, so I don't know if it's a bad thing.
Motherfucker. You're about to get disinvited.
Real friends talk to each other.
It's up to
No, I'll
you.
leave the mask there. Yeah,
Okay.
there's no reason for me to.
Okay.
Yeah, as he whispers otherwise. I know how you roll.
No
well,
whisper.
you know how Full Moon rolls. You don't necessarily know how Yuri rolls.
Okay.
I've noticed a lot of similarities.
So, I'm assuming you approach each one individually. How does that go? I'm actually curious because
Sorry, I didn't think you meant me. So, I think Lily would have been the first because driver, she might need to secure the proper professional uniform for driving, and if she wants practice with the roles, I'm willing to facilitate that. I probably would have hit up Yuri next because he's not insane, and tell him I need a bodyguard for the night. If he needs anything, I'm willing to hook it up. Willing to provide his transportation to and from. No need to waste his valuable Groupons. Probably come ready to get into a scrap if it turns into that. Hopefully not, because we're not going to be the most dangerous people there. And then I'll reach out to Crazy Head.
okay.
So
I actually want to. So I'm fine with Lily because it seems like Lily is very like.
Oh no, it's totally. You want me
I
to
actually
drive?
want to
Awesome.
know
What
where.
kind of uniform do I need? Because I can get it. Is it like the traditional chauffeur uniform?
So here's an interest. So you can either go traditional chauffeur, which would be a white shirt with a woman. There's no expectation for a tie, but sport coat, pants. You can also do the sexy chauffeur uniform, which is sport coat, exposed brassiere, I guess,
I vote for that one.
and a not short skirt, but like knee length skirt.
We're gonna go with the sexy chauffeur uniform. I think all of us agree.
Okay.
I'm a slimy plastic surgeon. It would make sense.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Are
I sent him another
okay?
message. Yeah, sorry, I sent him a message.
Okay, so I'm assuming you actively agree because we'll get to that scene in just a second.
Wait, does Yuri's costume have to match?
No,
Is his uniform gonna be
We'll
the
get
same?
We'll get to it. I want to go to because I'm actually curious. Harrow, you approach Cece. I'm assuming in her mother's shop. Cece, what does her mother's shop look like?
It just had a fire.
In the back room, excuse you. It looks like basically any new age hippie kind of magic shop. You'll incense burners and crystals and a wall of jars with different dried herbs.
Okay, I'm
That
gonna
stuff.
say like we haven't actually really determined where her shop is at, but I'm going to say that, and sorry, Shayna, you don't know where this is, but I'm gonna say everyone else will agree with me. This shop exists in Sebastopol.
Yeah, that totally makes
I'm
sense.
pretty sure anyone who's been to Sebastopol has been to this shop. So
The only thing I know about California is just that my dad taught at Berkeley. I don't know anything about anything.
Sebastopol is where this shop would exist.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is.
My
right
dad probably
next
loved it
to
there, then.
Griffin's Nest.
Oh yeah, it is right there. So yeah, so you arrive in Sebastopol. So typical hippie shop. How do you convince Cece to go along with you?
Yeah, how nicely do you ask me?
While you're doing this, I'm gonna grab more wine.
May I have some too?
Yes.
I'm gonna actually.
Mew.
Are we supposed to wait until he gets back so he gets to hear?
It's up
No.
to you if you want him to hear.
I
He
don't
was just
think
going to
so
let you do
unless
it.
there's something
Very
he
well.
needs to hear.
So the pitch will have gone along with honesty. That as my little group here has heard from conversations with Eki, I came to the area obviously looking for the ex-girlfriend who is currently being held by the Nosferatu people. I have secured an invitation to their party. I'm planning on imposing, and I hold up the ID of Dr. Dr. Mike Angles. I didn't admit to that. That I'm currently posturing as Mike Angles. His wife is also in need of a stand-in for the evening. However, as an added bonus that may or may not be something of interest to you, I plan on, and I pull out the jeweled rod. This is the reason they're going to think I'm there. With the disablement of Shrekneck, I'm looking for information on a recent acquisition that I made in a job gone sideways as a way of recouping my costs, but I don't know a whole lot about it. So,
Why do you have a bejeweled phallic thing?
Everybody's got their kink.
A, I'm talking to Cece. B,
Oh, sorry,
it was
I'm
what
not
I
there.
grabbed on
Belay
the
my
way
last.
out. Yeah,
Never
you're
mind, belay my last. I'm totally sorry.
that is what Scott said my role indicated I found on the way out of the party.
Okay, sorry. I'm
There you
very
go.
sorry.
You know, Harrow is a man with peculiar tastes, apparently.
Chester, can I make a suggestion? Because I think Yuri would pass it as well.
Absolutely.
If your character is well known, everyone would possibly know who your wife is, kind of thing. And so maybe this might be just a person that's attending with you while your wife is busy doing whatever she normally is. This way you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like I said, escort for the evening, but Scott indicated that it would be.
Mistress, maybe?
I mean, I'm okay with those angles. Then we don't have to do this. We can sell it. Or here, payment. Bing.
I was gonna say Cece would agree if it would mean she could also maybe ask them about that gem that she got.
Exactly.
I know that's what you were thinking,
Thank you.
but
I'm also gonna be very clear that the Primogen will most likely understand that I am not the person that I am pretending to be.
okay.
So
well,
it will
then,
probably
yeah.
involve a private chat at some point, just for being there without permission.
Okay.
I will probably pretend that you hoodwinked me.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go whisper ideas to Scott. We know what's
No,
really
no,
happening.
literally. I'm just gonna use the restroom. You guys fill in Scott with what you want
Yeah.
to actually let him know.
What's up?
All right, Scott. So here's the deal. The group consensus kind of chimed in here as well that she's not going to be passing as the wife.
Okay, we have
we're
another
gonna-
person that can pass.
Well, we could do that, or she just goes along as mistress / girlfriend, or
Paramore.
escort for the evening while wife is out of town. Whatever they want to call or label it.
Okay. You are a scummy plastic surgeon that is.
Exactly, scummy plastic surgeon. Maybe I just grabbed a patient and said, "Listen, I need a +1 for the night."
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a free little touch up if you come with me.
In a completely weird. I'm not paid for this advertisement, but it so fits because of where we're going and also the name of this wine. So me and Becca have switched from the previous wine we were to the Castello, which is where you guys are actually going, to the Il Brigante, which literally means the brigand. Which I feel is the Harrow wine at this point. So you guys have made your deals? So
Yeah, Cece agreed to come with.
Yuri
most-
hasn't answered yet. I don't know. Yuri hasn't answered yet. I presume he's a yes, but I don't want to.
He is a yes. I am going to get to that. So
I'm just gonna mention I'm bringing the gem with me
okay.
that I couldn't figure anything out about. And slip it in my purse.
This is both geographically convenient and also what your areas are. So or where you're at. So Harrow, I'm assuming you pick up Lily, who then takes over as your driver.
Yes,
And
then I get in the back seat.
So the Rolls-Royce Phantom is actually a 4-door vehicle. I was thinking the Rolls-Royce Wraith, but it would be a Rolls-Royce Phantom. because again.
Also, I should probably have dressed to the nines tonight. So
Oh yeah, you. So the nice thing about his plastic surgeon, he was
figured.
he was very good about this. He made sure that the suits were around your size. It's a little off tailored a bit. This plastic surgeon had a little bit of a paunch around his gut, but
that just evidences that I've been working out.
yeah. But I mean, it's a sport coat. It's not really designed to be buttoned up all the way, anyways. So as long as you keep it unbuttoned in a kind of rakish manner, you'll be fine. And they were always kind of tight on him too, because he's a plastic surgeon. He was a little delusional about his physique.
Okay. Delusional about his physique. What? I'm trying to imagine what that would actually visually look
He
like.
tended to wear tighter clothes than he probably should have.
Okay.
So with Harrow, with your appearance merits, it fits. So you would have picked up Lily first, simply because of, and then you would have went to Sebastopol, kind of in a weird roundabout way, to pick up Cece.
So does it take any time to pick up Cece?
I mean, it's
Are you, like,
Sebastopol,
doing
so
time
like the city.
Is that what you're asking?
One of the things is Sebastopol.
Well, no. Does Lily have enough time to run into Griffin's Nest and like grab a book or a pack of magic cards?
Oh shit. Okay, so you try to run into Griffin's Nest. Oh,
Question.
fuck.
What's Griffin's Nest?
Griffin's Nest is in real life the local game
Yeah.
store. In Vampire is the seat of the Lily would not do that. So the Griffin's Nest, well, a game store is actually the seat of the Bruja Primogen. You probably don't want to do
yeah, no.
do that.
If Lily knew that, she would not do that.
Yeah, I would.
Bruja!
She said she would not do that, so we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just want a pack of the new Ravnica magic cards.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not doing that. If that's the seat of the Bruja Primogen, Lily wouldn't do that. She would just be ready to run away for
Okay.
Harrow.
So you pick up Cece, easy enough. Cece, what are you wearing to this?
Whatever he told me, which I'm going to assume
Okay.
of garments. I don't.
If her dress is not schwanky enough, Lily did actually bring several schwanky dresses just in case.
It's
I can make him face the other way and change it.
well, no. So, yeah, we'll go with that. So you're looking. So
Yay.
high heels, dress.
The
works.
whole 9 yards.
Okay.
Comfier clothes, I'm assuming, left in the car. I
Okay.
carry them in a backpack with me, but
Okay. So
Change the clothes.
that's what I wanted to know because of stuff.
yes,
She's
she's too practical for that.
So Yuri, you're the last one picked up. What did they pick up? What do you look like right now?
So the suit attire seems very familiar to what I normally wear, but it's a female version of Yuri. But a lot more better to look at, I should say. Hair up in the back, up in a bun, and ready to get picked up and go.
Okay, sweet. It actually fits with the plastic surgeon thing. You have 3 beautiful women on your arm. In fact, I would imagine Harrow knowing that he's playing this scuzzy and with your appearance merits actually has to kind of make him look scuzzier in order to kind of fit with what you're trying to do here.
No more face bonus. No more pretty bonus. You had to be ugly tonight.
No, I didn't say ugly. I didn't even say non-attractive. He probably is attractive, but he has to make it
Boo.
look.
I just slicked my hair back for the night. What?
Yeah. It's less effortless, if that makes any sense. He has to make it look less effortless.
He has to try to make it look like he tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I slicked my hair back and put on a tux.
Yeah.
Yeah, which actually means Harrow's normal thing is probably more attractive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
So
the curls are completely flattened down. You can't see them.
you guys arrived fashionably late, not because of any actual effort on your part, but because just you're vampires and you had to wait for the sun to go down anyways. So
and also, when you're walking into something like that for Harrow's benefit, you want to walk in at the right time frame, fashionably late, but not so late that no one's going to notice you. You want to be that person that walks in and everybody notices.
So
See
you go
why
through
she was
the
supposed to be the +1?
Stone Gate house. It's the driveway is about an eighth of a mile. You come up to the bridge that leads to a drawbridge. For Harrow and Cece, who actually most of you probably haven't actually been here. It's very Napa.
I think Cece might be the only person that hasn't been to Costello.
But it's a castle.
When you come out here, we'll take you.
It is an Italian castle that has been imported brick by brick on a mountain. But I'm saying from your character's perspective, I imagine most of you probably don't hang out here.
It's a rival winery. Of course I don't hang out here.
So Lily, how do you approach? Remember, you're the driver. You have two wealthy clients in the back. You are arriving fashionably late, so you would have to actually park all the way at the gatehouse, but you are ushered in if you want to drop them off.
Oh no, I am going to drop them off right at the entrance, like the path leading up to the drawbridge. I am dropping them off. I am giving them curb service, and then I'm going to go park down by the gatehouse and walk up by myself.
Okay.
Because
In
that's
theory,
what
we
a
got-
good driver does.
In theory, we got her an earbud for her phone, that way.
Yeah. She has the weird, supposedly transparent, clear curly Q thing that's not and sticks through.
There's one for Yuri as well.
Okay. So you have these two bodyguards. I take it you let Yuri out as well from the passenger side.
I'll let Yuri do what Yuri does.
Yeah, the super not an agent or security symbol. Yeah, that. I would actually imagine at this point both Lily and Yuri have the mirror lenses, sunglasses, even though it's pitch black outside.
Well, it depends. Does that actually interfere with Lily's vision?
You would if you were driving with them, but I imagine you'd put them on after you're done with it. It's bright at the castle. There's electric lights.
That would have cut down on the glare from the headlights coming the other direction. You'd be all right.
All right, fine.
Okay, this is really strange.
Did I get to shop with Yuri so we actually match completely?
I'll say that you guys match completely. I do want to know Yuri, Cece, and Lily heel size. I know this is a really weird question, but
How tall am I?
I
I don't know. Whatever my normal shoe. What's my shoe size?
oh no, I mean heel length, how.
Oh.
Please note, and all of you would know this. This is on a mountain. It's
Yeah,
like
Has
a.
no heels. No heels for Yuri.
Okay.
Um,
If Yuri has no heels and you're trying to look the same, then I would assume flats for your bodyguard as well.
I was gonna say if they're
I don't.
service.
Yeah, I don't know if we're necessarily going 100% twinsies, but I I would prefer to have flats, but if it was actually going to look better for Harrow,
You're already super tall. Remember that.
yeah. So I think,
And Harrow is not.
yeah, I think I could get away with flats. I hope.
Okay.
I think probably.
Okay, so all of you are wearing
What
flats.
do you think, Harrow? Do you need me in heels or not?
Whatever you're most comfortable reacting in.
Totally flats.
Okay, good.
I'm
Then I won't worry about it.
Strappy flats.
You're a bodyguard.
Yeah.
That's probably look really weird.
No, I was joking.
Okay.
I'm just wearing flats, something that I could actually react in.
I don't know for CC. I feel like if anything, they would be no more than a couple inches. It certainly wouldn't be stilettos,
Okay,
but
then
it
I'm
would
not
need to
gonna-
match.
Okay, if you guys have to run, then I'm not going to worry about it. I'll
Okay, yeah, because if it helps at all, like I could run it real.
You just cut
I
out.
Becca's like,
You
Why
could
not?
run in what?
run in heels up a hill in real life. If that helps at all with the realistic.
I just I,
Could you run down a hill though?
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
It's really not like it's just it's a thing and it's
Okay.
Sonoma and like it's a whole thing. But you arrive evening. The party is Yuri gets out with you as your immediate bodyguard. Lily will be about 5 minutes behind. You come to an Italian castle. Turret on one side, drawbridge. You're being led into a DJ that is theoretically good, but it's really bass heavy, and a castle is not acoustically the most. How should I say this?
There's acoustic parts, but they're like you whisper against a wall and someone 15 to 20 feet
It
away
was
from
never
you actually
des-
hears you.
It was never designed with music in mind, so things tend to echo. The bass tends to get drowned out by the stones, and the treble. Everything is just kind of tingy because the treble tends to bounce off the walls. For anyone musically inclined, it's not the greatest venue in the world. As soon as you present your ticket, which they take your ticket at the portcullis, they're like, "Oh, doctor, I see you. I see you have one of the special invitations. Your presence is very much anticipated down at the in the tasting room." And they say it with a weird view that kind of a inflection that makes it sound like you're not expected to go to the actual tasting room of the castle. You're supposed to go somewhere else.
I'm going to say, of course it's expected. And who will be escorting me to my destination?
Are you not aware of the way?
Do I look like the kind of person who can just walk around a party like this with proper escort?
And who are these people? At this point, by the way, Lily would have been like rushing to catch up with you. They don't. They acknowledge CC's like, I see your partner, but who are these two?
I'm going to presume that you're authorized to be asking questions of the VIP guests, and I'm just going to roll with this and not be offended. So, this is my guest. Her name is Lily. You don't need to know a whole lot about her more beyond that. She's the +1 for the night. This is Cece. She's my driver. No, sorry. I
Reverse
flipped
that.
those
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I'm horrible.
Reverse that.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Just roll with it. It's getting weird. Let's go with it.
And this hottie back here in the suit is Yuri. And let me tell you, she's a lot meaner than you think she is.
Yeah.
He looked. The person looks like, I only have you for +1. Perhaps your
Servants,
servants would care to wait.
accoutrement, people, support.
Entourage?
Employees. Yeah, entourage would actually be what he was saying. Your
Entourage.
entourage would care to wait in the courtyard?
Could we have a standard access pass? So maybe we could do a tasting as well. Not as awesome as he's doing.
He looks at
obviously.
you really oddly on that one. Like, the wine is free flowing.
Oh wait, is it one of those events? I'm terribly sorry.
I'm still trying to wonder why you care what my entourage wants. Isn't this about me tonight?
It is about the winery. It is about the wine.
Yes,
Sir.
but I'm here for the wine. They're here to do what I tell them to do when I want something done. That's what they get paid for. They
There
can't
is a
really do
limited
that
amount of
if they're in a
space
courtyard.
down in the tap room.
Are you calling Yuri fat? Because I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't advise doing that. I did
I'm
really
going
good work
to-
on
He
Yuri.
I'm
looks at
going
the
to-
short woman in front of him and is like, no, of course not. She is beautiful, but that is not the point. Make a manipulation subterfuge check. And no, your appearance does not help in this.
That's pretty good.
Fine. They're free to go. Just get out of here. You can actually see the line is backing up behind you.
Word to the wise, maybe ask fewer questions of your guests and the line will move faster. Just saying. And then I'm gonna proceed like I am a slimy plastic surgeon
Oh yeah.
in the role.
No, this totally makes sense.
Okay.
Yuri will lead the way where we're supposed to go.
Okay, so it's
And
easy.
Lily would be the aft section.
Okay. You're led down. Yuri, you've been here before. You go down. The catacombs they can get really confusing down there. Barrels, they all look very similar. Once you're past the facade of the castle, it's just carved cement cave.
Do we go to the torture room?
I don't know yet. Who's leading? Yuri, right?
Yuri's leading.
Okay, I need to look at the character sheet real quick because I need to figure out what exactly is.
Is this the kind of spot where heightened senses would probably be inadvisable?
Probably.
Then I would like to use my heightened senses ability.
Okay. I want whoever is actually leading.
You should have that.
Heightened senses. I have sense unseen, which I was going to ask about.
Okay, I need whoever is actually leading them around to make a wits awareness check.
I think Yuri said he wanted to be in the front.
Mhm.
Yeah, gotta look for that.
Let me bring up your character sheet real quick.
I see wits, I do not see awareness.
It's a total
found
of
it.
4. So a total of 4. Actually, you lead them pretty well. You do lead them through the torture chamber, but you're kind of it's more of a, well, that's a thing, and like you don't even stop, but you lead them to a room 8. How to describe this? Most of the time it's a tunnel. It's dug by it's like a half crescent shape. This one opens up into a large space with huge casks of wine, one of which there is a tall gentleman, about 6'5", deep Italian accent, talking about how this will be, how with the long, dry, mild summer, this will be one of the greatest years ever, and he keeps on talking and talking. Harrow, you actually get somebody taps you on the shoulder, and you hear "What are you doing here? You are not the good doctor. You are one of us. I can smell it on you."
I'm gonna look at him obviously. Kind of give him the up down. What do I
You
see?
don't see anything. You
Okay.
felt it on the shoulder, but you don't see anything.
That's enough of an answer. I will very lightly whisper back. For everyone not of our ilk, I am the doctor tonight. For those who are able to see who I really am, I'm hoping that I can get a meeting with Mr. What was it, Marcus Anton?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to say with Anton.
With a snap of my finger, I could have all four, you and your 3 companions' heads on a platter. What makes you think you can talk to Anton?
I don't think that I can. I'm asking. I came here because I heard the best way to approach in a peaceful manner and request an audience.
And who gave you such a voice trifle? You have not shown nearly the courtesy demanded to speak to one as illustrious as Anton.
So I'm going to say I'm going to pull out something that I brought as a gift for our host, but I was hoping to give to him personally, and I will very discreetly reach into my jacket and pull out the bejeweled rod, and kind of just kind of like lightly over the shoulder that was tapped, kind of like set it there. But
You
I'm trying to
actually-
be very discreet about this.
It's really rare to hear a vampire sneeze or cough because they literally don't fucking breathe. But you actually hear you hear something catch in this thing's in this person's throat. Where did you get that?
That would be between your master and I.
Fine. Follow me. And he actually grabs you by the shirt. Take your pets with you. I do not care. And he actually pulls you into a tunnel that actually leads down. You weren't even aware was there.
Question from Yuri and my perspective. I'm sure there's going to be a role regarding this. Does this look like Harrow is getting forcibly pulled?
It's up to
So-
Harrow. Are you
Cece
fighting?
and I both have auspics, by the way, if we needed any counter.
So first of all, for Harrow, it's not like you're getting pulled. It's like he's tugging on your shirt.
Gotcha.
So
You probably see me kind of do like a and a nod, and I'd kind of turn in that direction.
Oh, okay. Then I would just follow.
Yeah, for Harrow, it's more because it's actually on your sport coat. So honestly, if you undid the last button, it would just come off of you. There's no.
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
Would Sense Unseen be beneficial in any way right now?
Yeah, you actually can see this creature. It is.
Yay! What do I see?
You see he actually looks very similar to your host in terms of body structure. Still 6'4". It's amazing that no one else notices this thing here.
Right.
Lanky, long arms, very thin, blue veins, completely hairless, really pale. Long, pronounced fangs. The facial structure, if you've ever watched Angel or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that facial structure when they become vampires.
Okay.
Monstrous in nature. But you're used to Nosferatu, you know what they look
Yeah.
like.
Okay.
But you do get the sense, looking back and forth between the person making the speech and this thing, there's probably some relation there,
Okay.
but distant.
Something familial, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it drags Harrow back into the darkness, and you
Right.
guys follow.
Follow.
Okay. It doesn't take long. Finally, the creature stops, and Harrow, you can now see him. You see the same thing Cece did. Blue, intelligent eyes staring straight at you. All right, you asked for me. What do you want?
I will give him the up down first of all and say, do I presume I have the privilege of speaking to Mr. Anton?
I prefer my true name. I am Marcellus Anthony.
You're muted.
Damn it. Very well, and I will kind of like curtly defer my head and say, I go by the name Michael T. Harrow. I've brought a gift with which to offer you in exchange for this meeting, and I will offer up the jeweled rod.
He takes the rod. It is obvious that you do not know what this is, or you would not give it so lightly. What is it you wish to know?
It's more about what I wish to discuss, retrieving from your possession that belongs to me.
And what do I have that belongs to you?
And I will bring out a black and white photograph of myself and the girlfriend whose name none of us have yet to come to a conclusion on.
We're gonna call her Rose for the pure idea that like it.
I'm gonna write that down right now.
Oh, is it Rose Hammond?
No, I'm just gonna go with Rose.
Can she be really tall?
Yes, we'll say she's really tall.
So is
I'm
it
okay
the
with that.
English version of Rose, or is it a Rose from a different language? Rose.
Rose. It's just Rose.
So yeah, I will show him the photograph and be like, her.
Ah, her. She got quite a stir for everybody. Not 6 months ago.
I've heard, and I've also heard that she is currently in, we'll call her indentured servant to your clan at the moment, from what the word on the streets is.
Oh, she quite is. What do you want with her?
She and I have a past. I'd like to have a conversation and secure her freedom.
That's my. I don't know why I just went to Yuri's accent. That might be difficult.
Everything with her usually is different.
Eh, well, she is a woman.
Fair point.
He's a 15th century Italian. He is a misogynist. I am
Yeah,
sorry.
Just.
The
Nope.
question is, did Yuri nod along with that?
Okay. Do I have to make some sort of rouse check or will check to like?
I don't know. Is it gonna piss Lily off? Probably. Go ahead and make a rouse check.
Instant offense.
All right. How do I make a rouse check?
You roll a d10. If it's 5 or less, your hunger goes up. Or are you asking if you want to do a frenzy check?
No, not frenzy. Just this is gonna irritate Lily really bad.
Okay.
That's
a frenzy check, so I need a humanity roll from you.
All right. How do I? Okay, humanity.
Your humanity is 6. I need you to roll 60-10. If you get 1 success, you're good, because it's a slight irritation. It's not like rage.
60-10. Okay.
Really hope you get a success. You do not want a frenzy on the Nosferatu Primogen.
Nope, that's not right. Sorry.
You got 2 successes, but still, that's oh Jesus.
I'm really irritated, but I'm holding it together, right?
Yeah, roll 20 really wanted you to frenzy on him.
Yeah, that would be bad.
If that had been inversed, she would have. If she would have gotten the 10 on her Funger dice,
yeah,
she would have actually frenzied. But
I'm irritated, but I'm holding it together.
Rose is currently doing some jobs for me in Oakland, and she will not be returning for a week. And this rod definitely is acceptable for why you're invading my territory. I do have to ask, where is the good doctor?
Sadly, it was advised that there be no loose ends on this invitation this evening, so had to do what needed done.
You actually see legitimate sigh from this person. Ugh.
If the doctor held value to you, I would.
It's not a
willing to
value
offset that.
issue. He has a multimedia presence. There's going to be some difficulty in coming up with a backstory and explain.
I'm willing to lend my face to assisting with that if you would like.
That sounds reasonable. Are you willing to make an ass of yourself?
Obviously. Have you seen my entourage?
It's like there are 3 very pretty women.
It's
What are they doing with you?
Awesome.
Actually, you can ask your security person at the front door. I made quite the ass of myself there as well.
I will have to check. What are 3 pretty women like these doing with you? In my day, in Verona, they would have
The four of
flocked
us.
to me if you would have if you could imagine. I towered
absolutely
over
can.
men, and the women they loved them ourselves.
I have no doubt. The 4 of us do a lot of freelance work in the Bay Area lately. We've kind of settled into a nice team dynamic. It's been
Oh, I think
working
I've
out well so
heard of
far.
you. Yes, although don't you have a Russian gunslinger, not a Russian? And I actually don't know enough Russian to use the right word, but it's a very rude word for a
Prostitute.
yeah.
He might just use the word prostitute then.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Italian word for prostitute, which is wait, I'm blanking on it. It's not puta. It's
He wouldn't say puta. That's a Hispanic term.
Yeah.
It doesn't even mean prostitute. It means something else.
yeah, I know it means something else. I'm blanking on the Latin word for prostitute.
It uses
But that-
it. You are aware of what it means.
I'm just gonna kind of close my eyes and nod and hope that Yuri doesn't lose it yet.
Yuri, I don't know. Is Yuri offended by that?
Not at all, especially since he knows he's going to get a coupon.
Okay.
Oh, Yuri's gonna get more than a Groupon or coupon.
So you bring me a Malkavian, he says, I don't know what you are, and a Bruja, and you are a Ravnos? You fucking gypsies.
What can I say? The sewers weren't my thing, and it wasn't an option on the application. See, I told you I can be an ass.
Find a way to explain the good doctor's disappearance, and I will give you Rose's location. I will deliver to you. Would you like her in a bow, on a platter, or in a box?
Quite alive and as unharmed as.
Can we have her with like a bow around her neck? Well, not tight, but maybe just like a.
I can make it as tight as you want. We do not breathe.
I don't want it tight. I just want it to have her head to like have a bow on her head.
Okay, I will request it to you. Again with the Russian. Your fucking bad Russian accent is infectious for me.
You're welcome, my friend.
I feel bad for not adopting like an Indian accent now. Just a really fun.
I would,
Please
I would love
don't.
to see that. Please
the
do.
Well, the Russian accent won't offend anybody. The Indian accent might offend everybody.
Yes, nobody wants us, let's
Oh God. I walked in that one. If
I broke the storyteller.
Yeah. Bow is what you request, I will add a bow. She will be delivered to you. Just make sure that it's plausible, whatever you just explained to the good doctor. He brought in some money, and honestly, this place The winery is only now breaking even for me importing my ancestral home.
Understood. I'll take care of it.
Very well. Now, is there anything else you require of us? I would ask a favor a boon from all of you, if you are so inclined.
I'm willing to negotiate further business.
As am I,
As you
because I have a question.
What is your question, dear?
I have this gem, and I just want to know if there's anything.
I know quite a bit about it, but knowledge is, while it is not the most lucrative currency among our kind, it is close. What will you offer me in return?
What would you like? Shut up! I knew you would.
I am quite lonely in these nights. Perhaps you could find me somebody to act as somebody that wouldn't mind this.
I would
To
certainly
act
be
as a
willing to
child.
try.
My great grandnephew is being obstinate as of late.
Wait, what? Reverse? You were talking about someone to deal with this, and then great grandnephew. I missed the link. I'm
He
sorry.
said Childer. I think he's looking to replace his nephew with someone who's willing to become a nun.
Is that it?
We need a little clarification. I'm sorry.
I want somebody to spend these nights with, and my great grandnephew is 70 years old and is close to death.
Sure. I actually could even follow through on that.
And has no children.
Out of character, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've got a literal herd of people. What? I do. I'm just saying. I could figure something out, yes. I'll help you. I understand what it's like to be lonely. People don't always treat Malkavians very nicely.
Yes.
If they did,
Our
would
two
you not?
clans have always been separated more by the
others.
by the others, but I've always felt that there was a kinship between the two of us.
As have I. Now tell me about the gem. Not like that, but yes.
That gem is a device and is more of a Sabbat thing, filthy zealots. But it has the ability to restore old Vitae to its former glory. If you are not aware, generally old blood doesn't really serve us, but that gem can allow you to drink fully of the blood bags the humans have cultivated.
Fascinating, thank you. Why do you keep laughing at me? Just because I'm nice.
Now, is there anything else, or can I get back to my party?
Well, I don't know. It sounded like what you were asking was either a boon for us or a boon from us.
Why would I give you a boon to you?
I don't know. The phrasing was a little weird. If Cece has managed this, then yes, please, by all means, get back to your party.
She has demonstrated some ability to get some information out of me. She has she has provided a service, and I have provided likewise knowledge. However, you still have invaded my territory without permission, and I still require some recompense.
But we have invitation, yes?
The doctor had an invitation. You four do not.
Your man at the door let us in, though.
Yeah, that's totally. Oh shit! No. Yeah, that's totally his fault. However, comma pause, it's also because of us.
And he will be dealt with without mercy.
I don't
It
think
does
he
not
should.
excuse your rudeness.
I don't think you should. I think we're a little bit more cagey than your doorman was able to handle. I think maybe he needs more training.
Make a persuasion.
Can I throw something out there? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure when I offered up the rod, I said it was to kind of smooth over our being here, and as the trade for trying to secure Rose's freedom.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, that was part of the
Right.
smoothing over the
And
fact that we
you
were here.
so I will point out he has let you off the hook. He hasn't let
Oh,
your other
okay.
3 off
So
the
they're
hook.
dancing. Gotcha.
Yeah. He
Alright,
is very delighted with the rod, but it doesn't let the other 3 off the hook.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so I need a charisma and persuasion check.
Alright, that's 2.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
Not fighting persuasion.
Yeah, it was a difficulty 2. You were not. It was.
Oh no.
Where
What
can
do
I
you
find
want
persuasion?
from me?
Let me look at yours real quick, Yuri. Man, I wish your character sheet hadn't been erased. That was really weird.
I have no persuasion.
We'll say you
Charisma
have
is
a
2.
2, so 4, or a total of 4, Yuri. So yeah, no, I'm going to need a boon, darling.
Alright, what would you like? Well, actually, both of us. Shit! What can we do for you? I know we have,
CC, I would actually appreciate your roll too at this point. Persuasion,
Oh,
charisma.
okay.
Because honestly, I'm trying to figure out who. Because it really, because it's going to be a cumulative roll. You're all basically groveling to not have to do a favor for this guy.
Okay.
Holy God! Well, that was 66, but I will go ahead and use it.
Oh, sorry. I
It's
can do it again.
No, we'll use it because holy shit, you actually made it harder on yourself, and you still rolled 4 successes. So we'll go with it.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay, ZZ!
He and I feel a real kinship over
So you're
being
immune
the
too.
odd clans out.
Pimping out her herd for him.
So
Well, here's the thing: if he's not looking for like sexual stuff, Cece would be willing to be like the one who hangs out with him. If he's not looking for like a live-in sex slave, she's like, "I'll be your buddy." And
So I'm out of
Oh
character.
no, actually, Lily is the same way. If you want companionship, she's actually kind of lonely too. She's not looking for sex, but she'd love to have someone to actually connect with.
Out of character.
Yes.
With the exception of, and I can't remember their names, Kana Tremere, and very specific Toreador, vampires do not look for sex. They get no pleasure out of sex.
Okay,
yeah, they're not looking for sex. It's companionship.
Most of vampires, like, when they're talking about companionship, they're literally trying to slug off the ennui of being
immortal.
Oh, so they definitely want someone human then.
Yes.
All right. Well, still, I'll
Thank
hang
you
around
for
with whatever
clarifying that.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I was being creepy. I was trying to be creepy, but it wasn't about
It was
sex.
you were being a Nosferatu. It's kind of hard to not be that.
Right. I was being a
No worries.
600-year-old Nosferatu. It's hard not being creepy.
A little bit.
Italian Nosferatu. So like, there's a whole thing, and
You're just saying that because of my reactions were my interactions with Italians.
Yeah. I'm not saying that if there are any 600-year-old Italians watching, I'm not saying they're all creepy.
He doesn't
Actually,
speak
you
for
know
us, so
what?
it's-
I will die on that hill. All 600-year-old Italians are fucking creepy.
I just think that's really judgy of you. You haven't met all of the 600-year-old Italian vampires.
Yeah.
I'm just, you gotta be open-minded.
Yeah.
Ageist.
One would wait to discuss this with you in person.
You're centuryist. That's what you are.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's a night of your time. All of you, it'd be so fantastic. And if you could find somebody, please. Dario refuses to have a child, and I need somebody to take on the legacy.
I've got some people that maybe might be interested.
They must know wine. I am so sorry. This is my art form. You understand?
Well, thankfully, my group, Bird, they're kind of all in the wine scene.
That would be fantastic.
Give me a few nights to see who would be most advantageous to spend some time with you. Maybe some new ideas regarding enology.
The word "new ideas" is absolutely not.
Not new ideas then.
More of a traditionalist, perhaps.
Yes, definitely. There must be tradition in wine.
I can.
None of this newfangled
I know
whipper
just.
snapper old timey language.
I know just the person then. One of my associates, is very much so traditionalist regarding winemaking, and they want to go full into all of the old practices, including the ceramic vats and the wooden presses. And I think maybe
I have an
they're perfect.
idea for bringing that back. I've been working very subtly with some of the market in Sebastopol, trying to get them to accept the old age techniques. I think they're primed for such things.
All right. Well, if this sounds like a good meetup, well, their name is Sebastian, and I will.
Sebastian, that's a good name.
Yeah, let me introduce you to Sebastian.
Reminds me of a crab I had once.
Full disclosure, this Sebastian is actually allergic to crab, so please don't have crab around him.
Make the joke, though. Always.
Under the sea.
Oh, if I ever have to play Sebastian, he is so Jamaican.
Awesome.
Jeez.
Oh, thank you, because that was how I was catching him. No, Sebastian is awesome, but he's like a traditionalist when it comes to winemaking.
Very well. He sounds like. Hey, introduce me to him. Introduce him to Dario first. I have found throughout the years, this is kind of a workup.
Yeah,
I do ask you to do this soon. I've been feeling the call to head eastward. I've resisted the call to the desert. It's not kind to my complexion, as it were, but it pulls ever stronger. For those of you that you guys all know, he is probably the oldest vampire you've seen in the area. Most of the elders have left, and from what you've heard, almost all of them are being called to Mecca, Jerusalem, Istanbul, to the Middle East. You don't know why, but there is a war brewing, and there's like literally he is the oldest one around. There isn't a vampire younger than 200 in the Americas at this point.
Older than.
Yeah, sorry, older than the 200s in the Americas at this point. Which is why Eki, who you're pretty sure is at least a century and a half old, and Father Matthias hold so much power. It's because both of them. Because Father Matthias is very, very honest about his backstory. He was a Pinkerton agent, which puts him born around 1840.
I like him already.
So if her friends don't work with you, I have friends at VFW. They're from old country, some from Italy as well. They make nice.
I like Italian. I do appreciate somebody from the old country. They from Tuscany, or they those damn Sicilians?
I am not sure. They're not good with directions. They don't speak English very well.
Roma would do fine as well, but those Sicilians, they are a cagey folk. And again, the fucking Russian.
It's not supposed to be Russian.
We're just gonna let it fly. Maybe
Yeah.
he's got that thing where he adopts everyone's accents around.
Scott does kind of.
So do
It's
I.
really amusing when he gets stuck on the Irish accent, because it's a horrible Irish accent, but it's so
All my accents are
adorable.
horrible. All of them. And I'm
Yeah.
always constantly worried that I'm going to offend somebody I'm talking to because it's not conscious. Anyways. Is there anything else you want to ask this person?
I'm good. That's all I came here tonight to take care of.
He does. I ask you to leave me in peace. If you have, once you have found somebody to take over my beautiful winery, please again send him to Dario. Dario is well aware of our arrangement, but but he just does not have any children yet, and he is too old to raise them properly.
It's fine. I'm gonna send Sebastian Dario's way, and Sebastian honestly is going to be a seeing ball of nerves to go meet Dario.
I'll figure out what Sebastian is in a bit. I have to
Considering I just kind of said that. Well,
Yeah,
I do have a herd, and it does make sense that the people I've
No. We'll deal with it in a bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish? He
Ooh.
does actually. So Harrow, as you guys leave, he does like. If you can wait a month's time, I will send you to her. But she is in a dangerous situation, and he hands you a slip of paper. Actually, not a slip of paper. He hands you weirdly a bottle of wine. And simply says, "If please read the label before you imbibe." Which you can obviously tell there is not wine in this bottle. It is blood. But weirdly, it's not coagulated, but it's also like you can smell it. It smells fresh. And he said, please read the label before you dispose of the bottle. She is on a fairly dangerous assignment from me. You might be of assistance.
Understood. Thank you very much for your hospitality this evening and goodwill. I hope in the future that our contacts will not have to be so undelicately initiated.
Sending word to you might be specifically difficult. Do you prefer me to send word through the good father, or through the
Eki.
snake?
Eki.
The snake has proven
You're not
quite
there.
capable of tracking me down. The snake has proven quite capable of tracking me down, even when I thought I was quite
Observe.
So probably through him would be your best bet.
Yeah, very well. So
Out of
have
character,
you
I just like
pledged
FP
yourself
better.
to the Anarchs then, or are you still unaligned?
For the moment, I'm unaligned. I have yet to decide if I'm even staying in the area. My business was with Rose, and depending upon how things turn out there and continue to unfold here in the Bay Area will determine if I stay or not. At which point I will obviously have to make more firm choices.
Then I will confide. I myself am waffling between the sex. I have never had any great love for either one of them. The Anarchs are too violent, and the Camarilla are too rigid in their dealings. But when the smoke clears, they will need a leader, and whether my name is Prince or Baron, I care not, just as long as one of those titles is attached to my name. I hope that I can count on your support regardless.
From what I've gleaned in this interaction, I think that I can be a fairly trustworthy person in such pursuits.
Thank you very much. I've always looked fondly upon the traveling folk.
Do you think I'll
Even
fucking
in
kick
my,
his-
even in the time when my heart beat. Perhaps
I
we
thank
can
you for
find
that.
you a. Perhaps we can find your people a safe haven here.
I'm sure they might appreciate that. There's not too many of them left.
No, there is not. And that's, I think, where we'll end tonight. Thanks.
Huzzah.
I just want to add something at the end. Pretty much,
What's that?
I'd like to leave a bunch of business cards for our construction company on the way out.
Actually, I forgot about that. So they actually very much take them. They have a lot of land, and they basically own that mountain. And they always. It's not so much they need construction as much as they need the ability to terrace.
Terracing is important for vineyards
Yeah.
on a mountain.
So they enthusiastically take that.
Oh,
They are also very appreciative that it is a union labor, it being California, and so yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish before we sign off for the night?
I'm good.
Cece.
yes, Cece wants to just obviously Lily has taken care of the companionship aspect of Sebastian, so Cece just wants to leave her phone number if time. Basically, leave a bridge so that there's some kind of relationship there. Considering I think she would feel attached via the kinship there.
Okay, you actually see him actively. It's underground, so he writes it down in a notepad, and he actually has a landline. Like all of you that have cell phones,
Love
I think
it.
all of you have no reception down here.
Yeah,
But yeah, he actively writes it down and writes it right next down to his
love it.
landline.
Okay,
Uh,
that would be her only goal, really.
Okay, Erie Construction, CC phone number, Lily.
Nope, I'm good. I will go and initiate Sebastian's contact with Dario,
Mhm.
which I'm pretty sure I'd have some like shit. Did I get some sort of notice of Dario actually giving a shit about this person I'm introducing? Because Dario does still, run.
We will
this
pick that up
winery.
next week.
Okay. Did the Nosferatu give me some kind of
Two, not Nosferatu. Two. Sorry, it's a weird thing, but it's Nosferatu.
sorry? Okay, did he give me some sort of thing of give this to Dario?
No, but you get the sense that like it's gonna take at least a day, and he has constant interaction with his.
Oh, it's definitely going to take me more than a day to get Sebastian to contact Dario.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
Okay. So that's where we'll leave off. Next week we will pick up again, and we will see where we get from there. As you guys continue to explore the Bay Area. And hopefully we'll get you guys into a little bit more trouble this time.
Oh. I feel like I was in a
Thanks,
lot
guys.
of trouble last time.
Cool. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See you next
Yeah.
week.
Thank you all.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.